These don't have roots.
This is a Lisianthus seedling, and they are one of the most popular and most expensive cut flower plants to grow for a microflower farm. And after 8 weeks of growing these seedlings, I'm finding out that some of them don't have roots.
Oh no.
Which, whether you grow plants or not, you probably know that that is
Not good.
so. Over the next 72 hours, I am doing a full-on plant rescue mission while also trying to keep all my hundreds of other plants alive. And I need to make room for more seedlings so that I can have vegetables and flowers all summer long, which means we might have to go into the shipping container. But we'll worry about that later. So this is what 72 hours of keeping all my plants alive while making room for new ones looks like on my microflower farm. Every morning I wake up and I make the same coffee, and it's diabolical. I know that it is. It's literally black coffee, 2 ice cubes, 2, not 1, 2 ice cubes, because I don't like something burning my tongue. But the coffee I buy is not like good coffee, and I just make it with like a cheap Walmart like coffee maker. And it tastes bad if it's like iced, like cold. So it has to be not too hot, not too cold, Goldilocks, and then perfect. Ask me if I care. Ask me if I care. I actually care a lot. I care a lot about a lot of things. But my plants are dying.
Not good. These don't have roots. Oh no.
I might have just killed them all by doing that. I didn't, when I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video of like keep the plants alive. No, they're actually like on the verge of death, and it's bad. It's really bad. But before we can do anything, we gotta do our morning plant check. Now that we know that the bulk majority of things are alive, in true me fashion, I'm going to put off the biggest and most overwhelming tasks for later. Overwhelming tasks include saving the plants that are dying and adding more space to my greenhouse, because I'm running out of space, and next week I'm supposed to be starting a lot of tomatoes. It's self-imposed, but if I don't make, if you don't set goals for yourself, then if you don't shoot for the stars, if you shoot for the stars, you'll land amongst the moon. It's like, who wants to be on the moon? It's not made of cheese. Big goals, big failures. Today, we're gonna start with little baby tasks that I can handle, which include taking care of my seedlings that I have growing inside and planting out plants that are ready to be planted out. This is part of what I call seed Tetris. It's a little game of moving plants around to make sure everything fits. I'm figuring out I don't have enough space for everything that I want to fit. So again, we'll address that later, but today I'm going to empty some trays by planting things out so that next week when I am starting a lot of seeds, I have the trays to do so. So without further ado, let's take care of some plants. So my seedling routine is not really a routine. I kind of just keep an eye on my plants. I keep them in my office with me, so I see them literally all day, every day, and there's always a time to check on them, because for me, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. It's not getting checked on. So I have them in a place that's very high traffic for me personally, and I water them whenever I see dryness on the soil. I don't want them to dry out and wilt. And I wasn't watering them with mosquito bit water, but I'm back to watering them to treat the fungus gnats. I also fertilize every few days to give them a little bit of boost, and it's starting to get a little bit sunny, so we're gonna head outside. One of the biggest things for me is always making sure that I have like a care plan for whatever it is I'm growing. So these are snapdragons. They're a really beautiful common cut flower. Some of them actually have a really nice smell. I started them probably late in December. So these are snapdragons that actually like cold weather. There are some flowers that love cold weather, and snapdragons are one of them. So they are going to be perfectly fine being planted out this early. But part of having so many plants growing is that you need to know what you're going to do with them, which, confession, I don't always. Sometimes it's like, I want more basil, and then I have basil and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to put it. So,
take my advice or don't. It's up to you. It's your garden. You can do whatever you want. But for me, I really like to have a plan to know where I'm going to put things. I planted out Snapdragon Buplorum, which is a really beautiful chartreusey green. It's called a filler flower because it fills up a bouquet and adds like some greenery to it. I also had to empty these trays so that I could plant more seeds in them in the next few weeks. So it's kind of like this game of musical chairs, whack-a-mole, Tetris, making sure everything can fit and I have a plan for what I'm doing next and that I have the things I need to do what I need to do next. So it's a lot of mental work, but that's why getting out in the garden is so nice because it kind of clears your head, resets everything, and it just feels nice to have planted beds and empty seed trays.
I feel like they look bigger.
Today we have an emergency, an onion emergency. Basically, I have a bunch of onions growing, not just for my own garden, but for my plant club, which means other people have already bought and paid for these onions, so they need to survive, but they're dying, and I don't really know why.
That's not good. This is good. Not good? Good.
I have a theory, but today we need to do a full-on onion rescue. This is of the utmost importance. There's no time to waste. Every minute I sit around not saving these onions is another minute wasted in saving their lives. So we need to get on this ASAP. But first, morning plant check. The soil that I've used specifically has a problem. So the plan, first step is to sanitize the soil. So I'm going to put boiling water on it to kill everything that's living. Then I'm going to add in mosquito bits. Mosquito bits have some sort of bacteria, I don't know. They're supposed to help with fungus gnats. And once I plant the onions, I'm going to water them with water that has mosquito bits in it. When I take the onions out, I'm going to dip them, half of them, dip them, half, only half, because science, half, in a very diluted fish fertilizer. I'm doing half because I want to see if it makes a difference. I don't know if it will, but I want to see. I want to try. And hopefully in the next few days we should see immediate improvement if I've done something right. If I haven't done something right, I am really screwed, but hopefully we're not totally screwed. As long as these survive and yeah. One time I was in the dentist chair, and the dentist was like this, and she's like, you know, I can fix that gap in your tooth if you want. I was like, now is not the time, lady. Just please. What? Anyways, onion rescue. That's what we're doing today. I think there was a bird. I don't know what that was. Today we're rescuing onions. I'm drinking my coffee. So I have the soil cooling off in these little pots. I cannot put the onions in boiling hot soil, so we need to let them cool, and in the meantime I'm going to pot some things up, move some seedlings around, and do some Tetris. Plant Tetris. Ah! Hey. So I am rather quickly running out of space, which I will need to address tomorrow because there's too much going on today. This is a tray.
You can't see anything, but I promise you there's stuff growing here. These are Lysianthus, and Lysianthus are actually a very expensive premium cut flower. For reference, if this was full, this tray would be worth $60, but it is not. So I'm gonna say it's worth 10. With what I have, we will do the best that we can. So I'm going to carefully, gently take each little one out and put them into new trays where they can just grow up for the next 8 weeks and hopefully get a lot bigger so that you can see them from far away. I'm gonna need something. They're so small. Tool. These don't have roots, which is probably why they're slowly dying. Oh no. That's what it's supposed to look like. Ah, this one's good. Okay, they're not all bad, but some of them are. Oh! Wait. No! Oh my god. No, okay, wait. I found it. Okay, I found it. This is literally like a $10 flower. It's gonna blow away. Okay, she tucked it nice and safe. I thought that it was kind of gonna be like, ooh, oh, will the plants die? Oh, low-key, they are actually on the verge of dying. So I didn't really realize. It really is a game of keep them all alive all the time. Hopefully, these don't die. You still can't see them. They're so small. I might have just killed them all by doing that, but I feel better about it. I hope you do too. Onion time! I'm gonna start with the red ones because they are the worst, but I need to make some fertilizer water first. These are mosquito bits, so that's there.
That's not good. Good. This is good. Not good. Good.
So these are the white onions, and they are looking a lot better. So I have higher hopes for them, and it's just like a night and day difference between these and the other ones, and I really don't know why, because they've had the exact same treatment the whole time. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm aiming for 4 pots of each, so I'm going to prick some out, put them in the fertilizer water, put them in pots, label them, and see how they look tomorrow. See, look at this. The roots are white. It's bulbing up already. This is what they're supposed to look like. I have made an error. The one thing you must always do is check the weather app, and I have not done that. So I have my lettuce that needs to go to the front.
And I need to close the door because I forgot to close the door. Good night, all my babies. Good night, babies. Good night, baby lettuce.
What are you doing? I'm making my coffee, so while I'm making my coffee, let's do a morning plant check. One mug that was like so cool and I loved it and I have no idea where it went. It was like this little alligator. It was like a little mug. It probably had lead in it. I don't care. It was like this little alligator and it on it said, "I don't get no respect." And I loved it and I don't know where it went. Do y'all test your mugs for lead? Because I do not, and it's kind of, I see videos and I'm like, oh. All of my mugs are thrifted. Today's mission is very simple. We must enter and extract items from the shipping container, / use them or make things to expand my greenhouse. And then finally, we'll wrap it up with what's still alive at the end of this endeavor. Whether or not my extractions and rescue efforts yesterday were successful, I think we shall see results very soon. It's pretty simple. But there's a lot to do, and I'm putting it off. Putting off the biggest task for last is never, it's what I always do. Cheers. I think I picked the worst possible time to come outside. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the container. So the plan is actually not that complicated. You can see there's this shelving unit and there's that shelving unit. The plan is to like clear them off, and then I think I can use them to make like shelves. But I've got to clear them off, so that's the challenge. And also the door is really annoying to open and to close.
While I do some clearing out, let me explain what the heck all of this is. First off, it's not mine. This is not all my stuff. However, I have permission to use whatever I want for whatever I want, whenever I want. So that's really all you need to know. It's not complicated, but it's not necessary to the story. I have access to any of this stuff, which I'm really excited to use some of this wood for this project or future projects. The main challenge is, first of all, clearing off the shelf. And second of all, seeing whether or not it actually fits into my greenhouse, because I have very narrow doors. So step 1, acquire the shelving unit, complete. So if you're new to my channel or you haven't really watched that many of my videos, if this is your first one, first of all, hi, welcome, like and subscribe for more videos. But to back up, last year I made this greenhouse myself. I'm not a carpenter. I know a little bit, but not a lot. And I just needed a space to pot up plants. Like I was potting up plants on the floor of my office and I was tired of sweeping. So that's why I made this greenhouse. And I have rapidly outgrown it. So it is not at all what I would want it to be now today if I was building it again. The floor is crooked. I need to level these out, but I just need a place to put up to 10 more plant trays, and we did it. Look, this is awesome. So I'm happy with a very quick, simple fix to a problem that I will need to address in the future.
It's time to play Which Plants Are Still Alive?
Oh, hey. most of them. It's never that serious. It's never that serious with plants. There's always time.
Okay, I think these look better. They're not as floppy. And these ones look great. This is what I want them to look like. These ones I think will take time, but I'm pretty pleased. Yeah.
That's the thing that I've learned. There's always time. Even if I missed the opportunity for these onions, if they all died because of the fungus gnats, I could just go get some from a local garden center. Could start some more from seed, and they might not be as big as if I had started them 8 weeks ago like I did, but I still have some onions.
This one is not. Okay. Yeah.
It's never too late. There's always time, and there's always a chance to try again next year, so nothing's ever that serious. Sometimes it feels like that, but it's all fun and games. It's fun to challenge yourself, to try new things, and if you fail, you just try again, or grow something else. So, anyways. Ah, lady! Say goodbye. Say goodbye. What do you think? What do you think? Nope. Really?